my name is Casey Long, and today's video is a book review. I'm reviewing The Little Bookshop of Love Stories by Jamie Admans. This was published in 2020. I just read it and I really enjoyed it. So I'm going to tell you all about this book. First, I'm going to read the synopsis that's on the back just so you can understand what this book is about. Today is the Mondiest Monday ever. Hallie Winstone has been fired, and it wasn't even her fault. Having lost her job and humiliated herself in front of a whole restaurant full of diners, this is absolutely 100% the worst day of her life. That is until she receives an email announcing that she is the lucky winner of the Once Upon a Page bookshop. Owning a bookshop has always been Hallie's dream, and when she starts to find secret love letters on the first page of every book, she knows she's stumbled across something special. But Hallie's beloved bookshop is in financial trouble, and with sales dwindling, she can't help but wonder if she is really cut out to run a business. Things start to look up when she meets gorgeous, bookish Dimitri. And between them, they post a few of the hidden messages online, reuniting people who thought they were lost forever. But maybe it's time for Hallie to find her own happy ever after too. So that is what this book is about. When I read the synopsis online, I was immediately intrigued because this is my dream life. Imagine winning a bookshop. You're the owner of a bookshop now. That is the perfect life. Hallie, I am so jealous of this character. I am so much like her. She grew up loving books, going into the bookshop, Once Upon a Page bookshop. It was her favorite bookshop to go into, and now she is the owner of it. She didn't even have to apply for this job. She won a contest. That is the perfect scenario. I wish I was this character. I'm very envious of Hallie. And then there's Dimitri. Dimitri has become one of my favorite male book characters I've ever read. He is all sunshine, golden retriever, the perfect man. He always comes to the bookshop. He goes every single day. He is an artist. He's working on a book, a children's book. He sits in the corner of the bookshop. He draws. He's always there to help Hallie. He knows the bookshop very well. He knows the customers somewhat. He knows where different things are located in the bookshop. So he helps Hallie. It's like he drops whatever he's doing to help her. He is the perfect man. And I am so glad that Hallie met him. I felt like Hallie because she was excited to see Dimitri every day. And I was also excited to see Dimitri anytime that he would come into the bookshop. I was like, oh, he's back. I really felt connected to these characters. They were so realistic. Hallie is so realistic. She is just like your favorite bookworm or just like yourself, where she loves books. She loves love stories in a book. She doesn't really believe in love anymore herself just because of some past relationship issues. But she always knows that love is there, but it can never be as good as in a book. Like, books have the best love stories. So she doesn't really believe in real life love anymore. And Dimitri, he's kind of the same, where he doesn't want to have a relationship with anyone. He has had a hard life. He has quite a backstory, and when you learn about him, I feel very sympathetic towards him. He has had a lot of family issues. He's had a hard life. His younger sister was disabled and she had cancer as well. She passed away. His mother has also passed away. He doesn't have a good relationship with his father and his brother. Yeah, you really feel bad for him. He is such a smiley, golden sunshine, happy man, but he has so much pain underneath. He has a whole other side to him that is just sadness. And so I think that the author, Jamie Admans, she did a great job developing these characters. I loved Dimitri. He was my favorite character in this book, but it's right up there with Hallie because she's so realistic to myself as well with her love for books. They're both clumsy characters. They're a perfect match. I loved that this book had a great slow burn romance. They start out as friends because Dimitri, he helps her around the bookshop. He helps her with everything. You see their relationship grow, and then it turns flirtatious. And I'm just like, get together already. Come on. And it's a long time before they kiss. They don't kiss until page 251. And there's about 320 pages in this book. Of course, you know it's a romance, so they are going to get together. But it takes a long time for them to actually kiss and confess that they have feelings for each other. But it's very satisfying once they do that. It's well worth the wait. But I really enjoyed seeing their relationship grow. It felt very natural. They obviously had feelings for each other, but they were both afraid to ruin the bond that they were developing. They were very respectful of each other. They were honest, like, I am not interested in love anymore. I'm not interested in relationships. They respected that. But eventually it got to the point where they think, I really like this person. And maybe I'm supposed to like this person. Maybe they actually found who they're supposed to be with. Now, the synopsis of the book says that they found love letters in the books at the bookshop and they started sharing them online. That is part of the storyline, but that's more like subplot. And I made a video about subplots and why I usually don't like subplots. This is an exception because the subplot actually related to the characters. It was only between Hallie and Dimitri. They found these books together. They found these love letters. They were trying to figure out, okay, who left these love letters? And they were sharing them online. And that's one way that saves Hallie's bookshop because the letters start to go viral on social media. And so that helps save her bookshop. It gets more popular, so she's more financially stable. So it related to the entire book. So it has a good subplot, and I enjoyed reading that. But again, the main focus of this story is Hallie and her bookshop and her relationship with Dimitri. And that I am so glad that they became friends and it developed into something more. It was so satisfying to read. One thing I will note is that the chapters of this book are very long. For today's readers, we don't have the attention span that we used to have a long time ago. That's just the reality of it. So the chapters were a little long. I enjoyed everything about this book. This was such a heartwarming, enjoyable, fun romance. It was just so charming. And look at the book cover. I love this book cover, by the way. It's another thing I wanted to know. This book cover, I mean, just look at this bookshop. Doesn't it look charming and you just want to go there? I wanted to go to this bookshop, Once Upon a Page bookshop. I wish it was real. And maybe it is based on a real bookshop that the author knows. But I loved reading about this bookshop. It was so charming. I loved the characters. This was a fun book to read, and I am looking forward to reading more books by Jamie Admans. I know that she's having another book coming out sometime this spring, so that will be fun to read. Jamie Admans, she's a new author that I'm going to read. I will continue to read her books. I really loved the way she developed her characters. They were real people, and she crafted a phenomenal slow burn romance. And Dimitri is a fantastic male character. I loved him so much. So he will be staying with me. I will remember Dimitri for a very long time. So thanks for watching, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed. If you have read this book, let me know your thoughts. I'd be curious to see what you thought of the book. Until next time, good luck with whatever project you're working on, and I hope that you're enjoying reading your current book. Until then, I'll see you guys soon.